You're listening to the Experiencing God Day by Day podcast, brought to you by Blackaby Ministries International.
July 12th, Wait on the Lord. Psalm 27, verse 14. Wait for the Lord. Be strong and courageous. Wait for the Lord. Waiting is one of the hardest things to do. We want to be people of action. We feel better if we are doing something to address our need, but waiting forces us to rely on God. David learned what it meant to wait. He was chosen by God to be the next king of Israel, then spent years waiting for the day God's word would come to pass in his life. As he waited, a paranoid, egocentric king occupied the throne that had been promised to him. David spent his time hiding in caves and living among his enemies. As he waited, he saw good friends murdered and his family and possessions taken. He saw Israel's enemies wreak havoc on his nation. Perhaps no one ever faced greater adversity while waiting upon God's promise than David did. He certainly understood what it meant to become discouraged and fearful. But David also enjoyed the reward for waiting upon the Lord. He became the greatest king in Israel's history, and more importantly, through his trials, he became a man after God's own heart. The Psalms David wrote during his days as a fugitive have been cherished words of encouragement for millions of people through the ages. Through David's descendants came the Messiah. David's willingness to wait has blessed us all. Times of waiting on the Lord can be some of the most precious moments in your life. John 11, verses 1 to 6. If you are waiting on God for something, read Isaiah 40, verse 31, and find encouragement as you wait for Him to fulfill His promises to you.
This podcast is based on the book Experiencing God Day by Day by Henry and Richard Blackaby, published by B&H Publishing Group, music by Mark Brown.